Romania has selected the Turkish-made Cobra II armored vehicle for its land forces, purchasing over 1,000 units for just under $1 billion. The first 278 are going to be manufactured in Turkey by Otokar, and the remainder are going to be built in Romania through a number of different local defense companies. Obviously, Romania is looking to modernize its military. It just recently purchased the K9 Thunder howitzers. The Cobra II, I mean, look at that thing. It's a 14.5-ton vehicle, can carry 11 different personnel, features 360 horsepower turbo diesel engine. This thing is cool. I would like a ride. Yeah,
but I think you're right. It's pretty darn cool and can do a lot of really cool stuff. But we're talking about 1,000 of them.
Yep.
278 made in Turkey. The rest at plants operated, Romania and local companies.
Yeah.
I think one interesting thing before we go where Andrew knows that we're going here is that the Romanian ministry has attached a lot of importance to foreign suppliers' offers of cooperation with those local defense plants. So the tanks, I think last week we talked about 54 howitzers from Hanwha. All of this stuff that's happening is probably due to the war between Russia and Ukraine, right? And Bucharest now needs to strengthen what's been an undersized and neglected, basically, Romanian defense industry. So in order to do that, you've got to build a lot of them, make sure they're quality, but build a lot of them, which means scaling. I'm going for scaling as number one.
Number one challenge. Okay.
Yep.
You want to take a run at solving that problem?
Well, I mean, are you agreeing with me first? Is that what you're saying?
I think yes, because you added to it again just to cover your bases. You're right. Manufacturing at scale is absolutely correct, but the real challenge isn't just at scale, but then you added onto it, which is making sure you've got the same quality and efficiency as the Turkish operations. So that integration of local defense companies into the supply chain is going to be critical. Without careful oversight, the scale itself could lead to quality issues.
And I'm thinking that the way that I would tackle this problem before looking at things like AI would be to just look at what is my mess mom solution here? What do I have going on? And how am I, of course, integrating that with everything else? Yeah. But really, you've got to have a good mess mom platform set up to even start doing any of this.
And the reason why is that there are standardized processes in Turkey. They're churning out, what is it, 278, I think you said. They're going to be turning that out. So there are standard processes, there are standard sequences, there are standard quality gates along the way. Lift it, shift it, drop it into Romania. So you want that. And the only way to do that is a mess mom. So, because if you put in what we call business process management, that allows you to scale those processes across multiple plants, to manage them centrally, to make sure the quality is in place. So I agree, mess mom is number one. And then implement continuous oversight feedback loops to ensure that the Romanian manufacturers are going to meet those timelines, as well as maintain the quality standards for these Cobra vehicles. I can take it to another level, definitely, and that is AI-powered manufacturing and quality monitoring. That key AI solution we'd bring in would be to use AI-driven production monitoring to adhere to strict quality controls and production schedules. That's really going to make you agile, no matter the circumstances and the predictions that you're going to have coming at you as well.
Greg kind of gave us a hard time over these last 10 articles about agreeing too much, but
way too much.
When you think about what's happening inside of the product lifecycle management, you've got all these different pieces that do have to play together and work together. And so even when we disagree, we still are agreeing on things that are important and that often you can't have one without the other. It's like, we kind of are saying, what's our number one issue with this, or what's the number one thing to fix? But in reality, and we joke about this, the answer being everything, but the answer for most of these really is everything.
That is the whole point of the critical path along the digital thread, critical thread. Eradicate silos, eradicate manual systems. Hey, you can't do it overnight, But over time, through a digital transformation roadmap, you're going to be able to integrate end to end. So when something changes on the front end of design, it hits your lines with reconfigured lines to adapt to those reconfigured design changes. So you're right, it's end to end. Everything's reliant on predecessors as well.